What's up, everybody? Welcome back to From the Crypt. I'm Derek, and today we got more Tubi Halloween going on, so let's just get right into it. I'm talking about Demon House, directed by Zach Bagans. Now, you should know by now, I have no self-control. Talking spoilers. All right, let's get into a super quick plot synopsis. Zach Bagans buys a house in Gary, Indiana, and some crazy stuff starts going down. So, who is in Demon House? Well, obviously we got Zach Bagans himself. I don't know. Hopefully everybody can see that. Wesley? Gosh, already. That's an easy one and I'm butchering it. See, I just screwed it all up. Billy Tolley and Ed Wybe. So, I think that's basically his crew in this movie. What's good about Demon House? And I almost said Ghost Adventures. Okay, so as I think it was Hell House 1. I said, or no, it was maybe Grave Encounters? Grave Encounters, I think it was what it was. I said that Ghost Adventures is like a guilty pleasure of mine. And still holds true. Next time you're struggling to fall asleep, put on an adventure of Ghost Adventures. Oh, it's going to be a long day. Put on an episode of Ghost Adventures. You'll conk right out in no time. I promise. But I do just enjoy the creepy stuff. And I mean, like I've said a few times, I have went to Zach Bagans' museum in Las Vegas, and it was super cool. All the stuff that is there. So I do like Ghost Adventures. And it did feel like a really long R-rated episode of Ghost Adventures. So you got me on board right there with it. It's hard to say what else is like good, and I don't mean that in a bad way that there was a bunch of negative stuff, because I mean it's just crazy stuff, because it's supposed to be real. And I guess I shouldn't even do that, because they're claiming everything is real. They interviewed real people, and I won't lie. If there's research to be done on this, I hadn't done that research. All I did was watch the movie. But if we take into consideration that, let's say, everything that was real that happened there, that shit is crazy. Kids walking up walls backwards, doing demon chants. And then the stuff that happened to his crew, like with the one doctor, his organs just started failing like crazy. The other one that like was just messed up, like the camera dude, then he was like fucking flipping out. Like, if that was legitimately real, that is batshit crazy. And then even with Zach having, like, he had to have eye surgery, or he had some disease form in the back of his eye, so he has to wear, like, prism glasses now. That happened when he was staying at the Demon House. So, this one was kind of a tougher one to review, because it literally did just feel more like an episode of Ghost Adventures. It feels like I'm just reviewing that. But what's bad about Ghost Adventures? It does have, those same reenactments as... Oh, I did say Ghost Adventures. What's bad about Demon House? Sorry. They do kind of have those cheesy, cheap reenactments where, like, there's a big dude with goat head and stuff. I get it. You got to have the reenactment so people see stuff, and even the kid reenactments weren't the greatest. And I know I said this was a pro, but it's also a con, too, that it felt like a really long episode of Ghost Adventures. It's a double-edged sword. Make it feel more like a movie, and maybe I would have settled better with it. But, yeah, I can't think of what else was bad, because it's not like I can critique the acting or the pacing or the score or anything like that. The shit that happened was crazy, and if it did really happen, and no bullshit or anything, I obviously feel terrible for everybody that was involved and all the people that lived in that house that had to deal with that. But we'll just move on to rewatch, buy, and review. I guess we'll make this one short and sweet. But would I watch this again? Maybe. Leaning more towards no. If one of my buddies who watches Ghost Adventures as well is like, oh shit, I didn't know about this movie, let's watch it, I'd sit down and watch it with him, but I'm not going to do it on my own, because I don't need to. Would I buy this? Nah. Nah, I don't need to add it to the collection. If it was super dirt cheap, like if it was $1 on Blu-ray or something, yeah, I'd buy it for that. But like $10, no, I wouldn't even spend that. 5, I wouldn't even spend on this. What score would I give it? I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 5, because it wasn't like awful, but it was just a really long episode of Ghost Adventures, and that's all that I need to say because I've already said that like 5 times. So that'll do it for Demon House, guys. Comment down below. Have you seen it? Do you like Ghost Adventures? What'd you think of the movie or the show? Let's talk. And also, if you had fun with this, please drop a like on it and consider subscribing to the channel. I've got videos coming out every day this month for Tubi Halloween. So we're doing something new every day that I have not seen. So some of the suggestions people have like, hey, you should check this out. It's like, I've already seen that. Like I'm thinning the herd. All right. Like I want to watch stuff that I haven't seen before. So until tomorrow, have a good one, guys.